This one comes to us from MSN.com. Florida police sergeant who was seen on body camera video grabbing another officer by her throat was charged with battery and assault on a law enforcement officer. Now, Christopher Police, 47, remember that's the officer, Police. Christopher Police, that's his name, was also charged with evidence tampering and assaulting a civilian during the November 19th, 2021 incident. Now, Police said he was relieved of his, I know I'm probably saying it wrong, but I'm going to say it that way anyway. Okay, so Police, who was relieved of his supervisory duties in January, was accused of intentionally touching or striking the female officer against her will and assaulting her when he held pepper spray to her face. And he already had it out.
Police body cam video shows Sergeant Christopher Police put his hands on another officer's throat. The incident happened last year on November 19th. Officers were called to a convenience store along the Sunset Strip. They say Jean-Bernard Similian battered several people and were trying to place him in a patrol car. While speaking to the suspect, the sergeant is seen holding his can of pepper spray but doesn't use it. That's when a nearby officer who was concerned with things escalating further intervened. You can see her running to Police, grabbing him by his belt, pulling him backwards. He then turns and aggressively grabs her by the neck while pushing her backwards. Sergeant Police is then seen on video going back to the squad car, slams the door before pointing and yelling back at the officer who is trying to de-escalate the situation. Chief Rosa says he's proud of the officer who was trying to intervene, praising her good leadership during a tense situation.
Now, a probable cause affidavit obtained by the South Florida Sun-Sentinel accused Police of trying to impair his cell phone for his use in a criminal trial. I don't know why he was trying to impair his cell phone, but he was trying to do something.
According to Sunrise Police Chief Anthony Rosa, Similian was resisting officers. He goes on to say in a written statement, once the suspect was inside the patrol vehicle, the sergeant approached and engaged in a verbal altercation with the suspect in a manner that I feel was inappropriate and unprofessional. This supervisor escalated the encounter instead of de-escalating an emotionally charged situation.
And he said, Police! The local chapter of the Fraternal Order of Police, the FOP, did not immediately respond to a request for comment, but in a January statement obtained by a Florida TV station, WSVN, the FOP union's president denounced Chief Rosa for publicly ridiculing Police while an internal probe was underway. You ridiculed this cop who grabbed a fellow officer by the throat. How dare you ridicule this mean officer? He was just having a bad day. Yeah, how many other people has he grabbed by the throat? And he was getting ready to pepper spray a handcuffed subject in the back of a patrol car. But the union's okay with that. Oh, they look, man, he's having a bad day. Come on, Police. Further determination with regards to the employment of Sergeant Police will be made in accordance with the Florida State Statute 112.532, due process, and the collective bargaining agreement. That collective bargaining. The union. Now, to end this, if convicted, Police faces 5 years in prison on the felony battery charge and 5 years for evidence tampering. He faces 1 year for the assault on an officer charge and 60 days for assault on a civilian. He'll serve all of these concurrently and serve maybe 3 years over all this. But Eric Brandt, who was a YouTuber that just made free speech statements, okay, maybe he got a little overboard on his free speech and scared some judges, but he got 12 years for running his mouth. And I'm not criticizing him for that, I'm just saying. And then this guy gets 551 and 60 days for grabbing his partner by the throat. And if he serves them all concurrently, then he only got 5 years, you see. Police.